from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
I don't think anyone wanted to issue a sanction.
A popular bar and restaurant in Detroit Lakes is shutting down its live music performances after noise complaints from neighbors. The city council looked into it and saw that Zorbas was in fact violating a city ordinance. However, Zorbas owners claim the complaints are all coming from one source. Valley News Team's Molly Casey spoke with the Detroit Lakes city administrator about those complaints and the future of the music out at one of the Lakes Country's favorite spots.
Be heard up to 500 feet away until midnight, but after that, the perimeter shrinks to 50 feet. But this summer, 3 noise complaints were made.
We respond. When the calls come in, we send an officer to investigate.
A source close to Zorbas owners said that a new resident moved into the area not knowing that the restaurant is a popular spot for live music. He said most of the residents don't mind the occasional noise. However, the city council found that the complaints were violations of the noise ordinance during Tuesday's meeting.
Ultimately, the decision was taken to suspend their 2 a.m. liquor license for what was basically Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week.
Zorbas has canceled the bands that were lined up to perform and haven't announced when the music may be brought back. From Detroit Lakes, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Clem says the city wishes to continue to work with Zorbas and the neighborhood as the business is an important part of the Detroit Lakes community. Coming up after weather, more details emerge in our investigation into recently resigned West Fargo teacher Elizabeth Doster. Plus, a school in North Dakota had to be placed on lockdown this afternoon. The details surrounding it in just a few moments. But first, Justin, it's been a chilly and now wet start to our weekend. How does the rest of our night look?
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see more of the same as we go through the next few hours. Here's a look at the temperatures. We are closer to that 50-degree mark in portions of northwestern Minnesota. The warm spot, Lakes Country, lower to mid-60s. Devil's Lake at 46. So is Langdon, into the lower 50s at Valley City and Jamestown, and upper 50s as you make your way out toward Fargo. The wind has really picked up from more of a northerly direction, especially as you make your way from the northern valley out toward the Devil's Lake Basin. We're getting wind reports 20 to 30 miles per hour, and with a northerly wind, that is definitely going to keep us cool as we go through the overnight period. And it's also a pretty wet night too. We have a dry slot right now into Lakes Country, but we are tracking a line of some thunderstorms. Nothing severe from this one, just a lot of lightning as you make your way from Valley City up to the Grafton area. That will make its way through the northern valley as we go through the next hour or so, and into northwestern Minnesota, the Thief River Falls area, picking up a lot of rain and some stronger thunderstorms as you make your way from Sisseton down toward the Widemere area. Now they will make their way through the southern valley as we go through the next few hours with some possible thunder. Here's the surface map. We have this low pressure system tracking over us right now. We'll move off to the east, but behind it we have a cool flow from the north. That is going to keep us cool with some showers tomorrow. More high pressure works its way in as we start to clear out for Sunday. So let's track it through time. There's the batch of rain making its way through and then clearing out of here as we go through the early morning hours. We got mainly cloudy skies with another passing shower chance into Lakes Country for tomorrow afternoon, but otherwise we're going to be cool and cloudy as we go through the day on Saturday. Rainfall potential, most of us, as you can see in the green here, picking up a half to 1 inch. As you make your way out toward Thief River Falls and into northern Minnesota, you could pick up over an inch of rain as we go through tonight and through the day tomorrow. Then for Sunday, we really start to clear out. Mostly cloudy skies turn partly cloudy by midday, and some of us are going to see mostly sunny skies as we go through later on into the day, as temperatures will warm up, upper 70s for Sunday, partly cloudy skies on Monday, 74, 83, unseasonably warm on Tuesday. The wind does pick up as we round out the week. A chance of some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday through Friday as temperatures fall back through the 70s into the upper 60s by this time next week.
And it's beginning to feel and actually look like fall out there. You can see the leaves start to change. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's starting to look like fall, but summer's not over yet. We have that 80-degree day next week, though.
We sure do. Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
The state board that licenses teachers in North Dakota says it's looking into the former West Fargo teacher who resigned after being accused of acting inappropriately with students. We first heard about Elizabeth Doster, a Cheyenne high school teacher, when someone called our Whistleblower Hotline. They accused her of engaging in oral sex and getting drunk with students. She resigned after the district confronted her about those allegations and also found beer in her classroom. We spoke to Superintendent Dr. David Flowers, who says that the district has thousands of employees and that a few problems are bound to happen. He added that the district adopted a new policy last year regarding appropriate boundaries between staff and students, and that social media can play a big role when those boundaries are crossed. The state's attorney's office tells us they are not pressing charges recommended by the police department. Police say they believed she was giving alcohol to underage students, but a prosecutor tells us they cannot prove it. We reached out to Elizabeth Doster again today and have not heard back yet. As mentioned, this story came to us through our Whistleblower Hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. 2 men are facing numerous charges after police found stolen weapons in an apartment near Valley City. A probation search was done by the Valley City Police Department and Barnes County Sheriff's Office. They found stolen firearms and other stolen items. 25-year-old Jesse Fetzer and 32-year-old Christopher Schmidt are facing felony charges of burglary, felon in possession of a firearm, a theft exceeding $1,000, 4 counts of theft, and a criminal mischief misdemeanor. Newtown Middle School was placed on lockdown this afternoon after a threatening call was traced back to a student inside the building. Superintendent Mark Bluestone says the threat against the school went to a suicide hotline sometime after noon today. When law enforcement informed the school, administrators put the school into a shelter in place until they learned where the call came from. Police say a middle school student admitted making the call and they took him into custody. Lululemon retailers wanting to cancel their business will no longer get a 100% reimbursement on returns. This is according to an online petition. We reported last month that the popular multi-level marketing company was under fire from representatives claiming they were misleading about the time and risk involving in a launching of a Lululemon business and also the amount of money that they could make. Now, consultants for the retailer who decide to stop selling leggings and other fashion items will only be reimbursed about 90% of the cost of a returned item. They also have to pay for shipping and must have returns in the original packaging that they were received in. According to the company, it has more than 80,000 independent retailers who sell the merchandise in person and online through the United States. The petition states that people who are in the current cancellation process will be reimbursed the 100%, and the company did not immediately comment on the issue. Well, we saw snow in Montana, so it's clear a sign that winter is coming. People in South Fargo are embracing the changing temperatures and getting ready for Christmas early. The nonprofit group, the Great North Pole, held its inaugural gala. Community members gathered to enjoy some food, play some games, and also participate in 2 auctions to help raise money for families that may need a little extra help for the holiday season.
That week of holiday break for these kids, that they go home and they don't have the food and maybe the supplies to get through that holiday season.
Organizers say every child should have the opportunity to experience the joy of Christmas. And the wildfires in Montana have been affecting our air quality all week. It's important to remember that if it's tough for you to breathe outside, it's also tough for animals. Many zoos in North Dakota have vets on scene monitoring animals to make sure that the smoke in the air is not affecting them. Statewide, animal shelters have also been taking some extra precautions by monitoring the time dogs spending outside.
Because if you have your dog out there and they're running, obviously they're gasping for breath a little bit more, they're panting a little heavier, they're trying to breathe a little bit more air. And so if you're outside breathing normal and they're telling you that that's bad for you, yeah, I don't think running would make it any better.
You can go to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's website to look at a live interactive map of air quality monitors. Coming up, how one congressman is trying to keep undocumented children in the United States. We have more on the DREAM Act right after this break.